welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to say this right off the bat. I'm on a little bit of a time crunch, so I'm going to try and get this done and still not be rushing you at the same time because I want you to, because these are yoga poses we're going to be doing, and I want to make sure that we are not rushing them because that's not necessarily good for your body, and you're not really feeling the pose very well if you are rushing them. So we're just going to begin. I'm going to move towards the front just a little bit. So I'm just going to sit nice and tall, and you should be like you have a string in your navel, and it's kind of just pulling you up. So we're just sitting nice and tall, and we're also using our abdominal muscles to kind of help us sit nice and tall. We're just breathing for a second. There's not necessarily a right and wrong way you have to breathe. You can do it however is most comfortable. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and do a forward fold. So go as far kind of forward as you would like and as your body can handle. As you'll see, I'm not that flexible. I've got some funny hair on my pants, it looks like. Okay, there we go. So if you can bend over, fold over all the way until you meet your knees and just kind of let your head hang, then, fantastic. But if you are not there, I'm not entirely there either. That's perfectly fine. The idea is to just kind of compress the abdominals. Okay, let's come back up. Let's kind of roll back up. Alright, and we're going to now do another forward fold, but this one's a little bit more advanced because we are crossing, as you can see me doing here, crossing leg over and then so just kind of coming into this pose. I'll be honest, I kind of don't care for letting my arms hang on this one. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Be careful with the back of your legs so you don't crunch them too much. Let's go ahead and switch sides. I want to do this nice and evenly. That side is a little bit tight, I can tell. Back of this leg is a little tight. This one, as far as your back, actually allows you to maybe be a little bit less flexible, just because you don't have to go as far. So it could work as a modification, actually. Okay, I think there's a hair in my mouth a little bit, yeah. Alright. I'm going to come out of that one. Uncross the other leg. And then, excuse me, we're going to come into boat pose, but on the couch. So make sure your abdominals are nice and strong, and then just going to, I gotta come a little further actually, a little more forward. Okay. You can do kind of whatever with the arms. Oh, I don't know that my arms can. Alright, I gotta be honest, I gotta bend my legs a little bit. This is so much of a balancing pose that it takes a lot through the tops, you like your quads and the front part of your body. So if I do it like this, I can do my arms out in front and get more into a little bit more into the full expression of the pose. This one is excellent for helping to push stuff through your system because it's activating your abdominals, and if you can activate them, that definitely is very effective for that kind of thing. That combination of making the abdominals work and then doing twists in particular is really good. Okay, come out of that. All right, and then let's do some seated twists. So just gently come into facing, well, it'd be my right, and I guess it'd be your left. See, this one is excellent because it's really, really simple, and you can do this at your desk or just any kind of seated spot. Taking deep breaths is really the key on this one as well. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the other side. Nice and carefully. Like I said, within your range of motion. Okay, let's go back to center. And we are actually going to do the same thing again, but we're going to do it with a cross leg. So, alright, and then let's do it again. Doing it this way affects the lower abdominals a lot more. But I wanted to give you that first option just because you may not have that kind of flexibility to cross your legs, so that's perfectly fine if that is the case. Side. And I'll care for doing that with my arm. I don't think I mentioned this, but if you can kind of go further into the pose, then go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and come out of that. Alright, and I believe, okay, so for our last pose, I know this is kind of itchy, we're going to go ahead and get all the way on the couch, if you can. And my couch is a little small, so this is not exactly the pose. This is not exactly cobra pose. That's what we're doing. We're doing like baby cobra pose. I'm actually going to come down a little bit more. The idea here is to just make sure that your abdominals are kind of being compressed. This is another, like I pretty much just said, compression thing, but it's compressing your entire abdominals. And it's, as you can probably tell, pretty easy. Typically it is done on the floor, so that's why it might look a little funny with my feet. But if you have one of those sectional couches that are gigantic, then that probably works a lot better than this, than a little tiny couch. Anyway, should be breathing through this whole thing. you want to spend a little more time on that one, then go ahead. But yeah, I think that is everything. I just wanted to give you those for a pretty quick sequence on. My nose is so itchy, sorry. A quick sequence to help with digestion, help with moving things through your system, because I know that can be an issue sometimes. And generally, if I do happen to have that problem, I will turn to doing some twists, basically what we just did. And a lot of times, more times than not, it helps me, and it's just, if nothing else, it's excellent for just pushing toxins through your system a little better. So yeah, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you do subscribe so that you're notified whenever I put out a new video. I put out new videos every single week, or at least I try to. And I guess I will see you on the next video. So until then, bye.